How's this firing going? It's easy. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna replace the bricks up there. No need to leave that unfinished when I have the materials now. Almost stupid. Almost. That. It's fine, my ankles can take that fall. I should leave the rammed earth here. Before let me just make this ring a bit more solid. Yeah, that looks better. There we go. That's much better. Also, I bought this gold lantern from a luxury trader. I didn't know that they sold those. Okay, so next on the docket, let's go feed the animals and also slaughter them after checking this trader. Like these are, this one I'm pretty sure is completely grown. One, two, and this. I'm really hoping that they start having fruit this year. I have to go check out the young apple tree that was up by Foxy's spot that I cut down most of, but it was already fruiting again at some point. No maps here, less than a day, okay. Any jewels? No. 53 years, what the fuck? I don't remember them costing so much. What the hell? Like, oh, I kind of want to have a second, like, Blackguard armor set for display later on. In, like, a personal quarters of my room. Maybe not if they're that expensive now. I do remember hearing that they upped the price of some of the stuff in the traders, but, like, holy shit. These are still going to take a while. Damn. Also, here to feed these. I'm starving. I thought I just got hit by one of them. Yeah. Some cranberries, but kind of don't really care about cranberries. Eventually, I also need to go on a journey to find breadfruit trees. So those are another kind of tree that won't grow here. We'd have to find a spot, preferably by a teleporter that takes us down there to plant them. We'll give them a bit to eat. Pigs are still sleeping for whatever reason. Something else I want to do is I want to buy an elk from a trader. I think they're like normally 100 fucking gears though, so I might have to give them my Eidolon thing. Just gonna make a crap ton of path. Fucking crazy how much stone this takes. Really, really nice item, and it's worth it for the speed boost to get around your places. But like, goddamn, goddamn, it takes so much. All right, decent bit of stone path. The scythe back against the wall where it belongs. Well, this isn't really a permanent spot for it. It sucks. I walked away, so it cut off the music. Yeah, sometimes you go under here, music cuts out and will like turn to a cave. Sometimes it just completely cuts out. Typically, music keeps playing in here because this isn't a natural cave. This was just wall I dug out. Other times it just cuts out or it'll play cave music. It's a bit indecisive with what it's going to actually do. Let me place this. Also, something I wanted to do now that I like have an actual like stuff up and going, and I'm streaming. So let's see. So after Zan burned down the entire fucking everything here, while we were doing stuff to just catch back up where we were, and among other things, he found white granite, which we have now dug out. Well, I've dug out a bunch of it now, after he showed me where it was. I can make a marble granite countertop for my table. And also, I think 2 days ago off stream, when we were together, I found pink granite. Although I haven't harvested any of that yet. It's up here. There was just a single block sticking out of the side of a wall in a hole. I don't know if there's more there or not. But the white granite's down here for marble. Maybe I'll go up there and actually start digging out some of it. I wanted green marble though. I wanted a green marble countertop, but I might settle for having a white one at the moment. The white one's also pretty nice. I really like the green one. So to make the slab, we need... Yeah, we don't have a ton of it. I have quite a bit of the stone, though, from actually carving out the rocks, but that's enough for the various decoration needs. I'm pretty sure one of these I have a bunch of just extra boards. Maybe not. Take these pine ones. Oh, fuck, I need more than just that. Okay, well. Oh, it's the oak. Yeah. Another one of those things where no matter what you use, it ends up being the same color. Which I find weird for this game, considering all of the various things like this. Where all the crates have every color, but the tables don't. Or like all the tables do, or there's a bunch of rocks you can make the anchor out of, but no matter what, the anchor looks like granite for the boat. Speaking of the boat, I have been putting off making a figurehead until on stream. Wasn't sure what I wanted to make. Red walnut. I'm thinking the gear though, and that actually uses a wide assortment of tools. Weird jump. Fine. I have axe on me, and I think the gear one will look cool. Also, part of why I've been trying to get that Island Resorter is some of the wood types that I like using, I am slowly running out of. Not the most pressing thing, but it's also like I kind of would rather not run out of stuff. Not bad. Looks funny carrying it. Okay, so is it supposed to be sideways like that? Yeah, I mean, I guess. Huh. Can't even see it from the seat. Uh, do find it funny that once you come up here, you like can't get it down without dropping, though. I never tested if the anchor actually works. It's currently down. No, just a visual thing currently. Alright. It does occasionally get shoved off from the spot by mobs during storms and shit, so... Like, oh, maybe if I anchor it, it'll just not move. Guess not, though. Anyway, marble stone. Stupid. Yeah, how's this look polished? Hmm. I do appreciate that once it's polished, you can just smack it off. You don't have to worry about, like, using the rock leaving mechanic or whatever anymore. Oh, welcome back, Zen. Did you see my message on Discord by any chance? It's slightly different. Mostly just this outline. And it looks like the color changed slightly. This looks a bit more gray instead of like... Not gray. It looks a bit more white instead of like this like off gray. Dan has replied to my DM. What else is there? That helps so much, Zan. You would have to look through the red and blue clay yourself. So, like, blue clay. Using the... Let's use the storage vessels as an example. So, like, the colors that you can get from the blue clay are cream, gray, and black. And then for red, it's... Holy typo. And for red, you can get tan, orange, red, and brown. You have to decide what you want from those colors and in what, like, form I doing this. Distracted. I think it's like this. This. How slab? Does it really have to be right here? No. Why this no work? Auto polish. Wait, marble rock slab polish. Marble rock slab polish. Steel saw. Meteoric iron. Steel saw. Meteoric iron. Are you fucking kidding me? You have to use steel or meteor. Why? Why is that a thing? That's so stupid. Every day, a new blacksmithing adventure. I'll just work with them. That's right here. It's fine. Yeah, and I remember you said you wanted some cream bowls as well. So I made 2 sets of cream bowls, and then I made you a can storage vessel because I was just making stuff to fill out space. I don't remember if Zan ever showed me where that blue clay was. We have red here. Or he might have shown where that blue clay was, and that was on that stream that got deleted. Quote unquote deleted. Time paradox. World got reset. Because we definitely need more blue clay, but all I ever find personally is red. I don't really know why. Wrong hammer. I want to use the new one yet. Like originally when I played this game, all I ever found was blue clay, with the occasional red clay, and could almost never find fire clay. Now, I have a shit ton of red clay, a shit ton of fire clay, and no blue clay. Life's a bitch. It just dawned on me that I was looking to make a steel axe, not an iron one. So I just worked that ingot for no reason. I mean, hey, it's done now, at least. I'm looking at the soil for sticks. Do not question me, do not ask me. For I myself have not the answers. Put this iron saw back down here. I'll take this for when I go back to my house. Actually, you know what? Steal one. Why not? Oh, Zan, you also missed it. I just made a figurehead for my boat. My boat is now officially, as far as I'm aware, 100% complete. Made myself the gear figurehead. Put my lantern back. Yeah, I did put it back over there. There's also bear, wolf. I think there's like a mermaid one or some shit. Bear, gear, siren, skull, and wolf. We still need to make you a boat, Zan. We have the materials. You can make one whenever you need. I was half sitting here like, oh, I should just make a boat for him to get it out of the way. But then I realized, oh, if I did that, it would say that your boat was made by me. Yeah, it should have his name on it. It says. Wow, that heat went away pretty quick. I've also never made a steel wrench or saw before because I'd never had the need to. I don't even know if I've made a wrench myself before. No, I did make one before. I don't remember what I made it out of, though. It definitely wasn't steel. It wasn't on this server. It was when I was first playing with friends on a server that Pilot had. Considering there's no actual difference functionally between, like, the gears, it was probably just made out of copper. Also never made padlocks. Where saw blade? This. Fine. Happy little accident. Alright, and a wrench. Looks like a pipe wrench. Zan pointed that out to me before, and it's like, yeah, I know you got a point. Ooh, almost fucked that. Remove that quick. Damn. Could brand somebody with this thing. I remember Foxy took this and was like, trying to like do this to quench it in water, and he's like, "Man, what do you mean that doesn't work?" Like I saw him at like a pool of water, and he was like, why doesn't it work?" Trying to just like hold it under. It's like, well, unfortunately, as much sense as that makes, it doesn't work like that. He wasn't exactly super happy with it, but it was funny. I made a whole fucking steel saw just for this. Zan, while I'm here, do you want a white marble countertop for a table? Or would you prefer a different color at some point? Yeah? Alright. I'll make you one too then. Make you a chair? I don't have the stuff on me to make a chair. You can't use the marble for chairs anyways. Or as far as I'm aware, at least. You just use fabric for these. I would like this, but, you know. Start again. You eat the food? What the hell? There we go. I kind of wish the marble peeked over the side. Still looks really nice, though. How'd you go drop this off in your house, Dan? Little kitchen spots over here, so I'll just slap it. Mm, right here. I have mail. A message. I see. My little brother apparently dropped off a drink in my mailbox. Normally, I would be like, I can wait. Fucking, I have my weapon out here. Stop chasing. Now we can play the Shadow games. Yeah, the one time a dub made the show better. Oh, you die when you lose a duel. It's like, man, that's fucking lame. You just die when you lose? Now, compared to being sent to the Shadow Realm, it's like, damn. Damn, the Shadow Realm? I don't know if I want to go there, man. Fucked up. Like, it made Yu-Gi-Oh so much more menacing. It's like, if you lose the Shadow game or the Dark games or whatever the fuck they called it in Japanese, you die or you lose your soul or whatever the fuck. Like, nah, that's whatever. You die, sure, whatever. Compared to being sent to like fucking Shadow Realm, whatever the fuck that is, I don't want it, man. It really is just like a pipe wrench. Dropped off the Malachite. Yeah, I saw it over here. I didn't feel like breaking it. But Malachite goes up here in this. Because that's also just copper. Yeah, see, 15 units of copper. So you break it down and it goes into copper. Yeah, anything that doesn't have an ingot is what you don't break down. But that just turns into copper. So, turns into copper ingots, break it down, put it in the box. Unless you find crystals. If you find crystals, obviously, higher grade crystals, don't break them. Poor crystals, who the fuck cares? I actually got another crystal of silver the other day. Let's see. Crystals were here, I think. Here. That's gold. Was there the gold one I got? It might have been this gold one, though. Oh, yeah, Paradite. Or Paradite, whatever the fuck it's called. I think that's the one that I got. Again, it's just a medium chunk. It's worse than the rich one that we already had, but most of our chunks are unfortunately not bountiful. We just have fucking 14 bountiful chunks of iron. For some reason, these ones drop like candy. Can't get any of the other ones, though. Got 3 more of these the other day, because there's... I was looking for titanium in these chunks. I dug into 2 spots of bountiful iron. I'm pretty sure these are the same fucking... Um, same vein, just stretched across, because they're both bountiful and, like, at the same level. Anyway, I was gonna wait until Zan was on the list, but no harm, no foul. I could just make more later. go make a cheese pie. Finally, 20 years in the making. The thing I wanted cheese for. The legendary cheese pie. These things take forever to break. I don't know how much water this needs, so I'm just going to take 2 buckets. Okay, so we need firewood. What is here? 4? 4 firewood. I don't know why I had to pick up the clay oven for this, but I did. I swear. Alright, so I haven't done this much, so I don't really remember what to do. 1 liter of water for each thing of dough. I believe we need 4 doughs for a pie. Yeah, 2 and 2. Okay. Do I have to just put this whole cheese wheel in here? Plus only 2 slices? Really? That's kind of crazy if you get away with like just 2 slices for this, considering how much saturation and shit it gives you. Oh, I can keep going. 4 portions of filling. Huh. Okay. So it takes 2 whole wheels of cheese to do this. Alright. Add crust option. Crust is not optional. Okay. Change style. Hmm. Does this take durability? 2244. Just. Okay, it doesn't. That would have been kind of annoying if that took durability. Let's do that kind of looks too much like it would be for apple pie. Let's do this one. This one's weird looking. Right? I have literally never made a pie completely myself in this game, let alone a cheese one. I know that I made one semi recently, but that was like a group effort. Other people made a bunch of the things. I just like brought stuff. So we just let this burn out, and once that's done, the oven's heated, we can put the pie in. Their cheese pie raw. Inventory, I guess. What's done? We watch it bake. There's that pie cooking. Yeah, man. I mean, you don't want it to burn, right? Nobody wants burnt pie. Perfect. Cooked to perfection. Look at that. 1,020 grain and 2,880 dairy. Fresh for 12 whole days. Fresh as the pie. What if I put in a storage? 31 days. That's honestly not too bad. You can make these last longer by burning them as well. Honestly, I think you can burn the pies. Yeah, chard has an increased shelf life. Okay, so I didn't just make that pie to not eat it, so interesting. It just says grain. It doesn't say like, oh, like rice crust cheddar cheese pie or anything like that. You not like you can put a piece of pie on the table. You can't like put the pieces back on here. That's kind of dumb. Okay, so inventory to last 8 days. That's also pretty good. Hmm. Not as filling as I thought it would be, but I mean, damn, it's not bad. Good source of dairy finally. Cool. Finally have dairy in the diet. Down. Down. I think there's another recipe you can do with dairy, but I don't remember what it is. Full 25 HP, goddamn. Yeah, I have the bonus 5 because I'm a blackguard. I have bonus 5 because I'm a blackguard, and then I'm getting 2 from the grain, between vegetable and dairy. I'm also getting another 2, I believe. And then the, oh, I mean vegetable and protein. Then the dairy. You get more HP for having an actual, diet of not trash. Um, I know there's other recipes that use cheese. I don't think there's a lot of them. Dude, I can't wait to put jam with my cheese. Oh, scrambled eggs. Right. Ah, I don't know, like maybe this would be good. I haven't tried making it yet. Probably like 2 eggs, a wheel of cheddar, and like cabbage. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of making the pie more. And wait for the fishing update. Yeah, if everything goes like amazingly, both fishing and an update to Blacksmith will be out next update, and it'll be fantastic. As well as more procedurally generated dungeons. So, like, actual dungeons in the world and not just the boss layers. We'll see how those go. Say boss layers. I don't know what the fuck the second story part has. Gotta go back to the first boss place. Yeah. Yeah, we need to go fight him again. I do think it would be nice to go, like, bring a bunch of stuff with us and go from the first boss, defeat the first boss, and head straight to the second place. Which, if we go from first here, so that's, we'll say like 900 just to, we'll say like 1,000 by 5,000 just to make it easier. That's, holy, holy crap. That is really far to the fucking east. 14,000 to the east. So actually, we have this teleporter here that we took recently that takes us pretty close. So we can go from... What fucking teleporter was that? Was that from... No, that's from the one right here that I just still don't have marked. We can go from this teleporter, and that will take us to here. Then we take the other teleporter, and that puts us here. That would cut out quite a bit. It actually wouldn't be awful. There's also like all this land here that I haven't like sailed through, so I don't know like if we could just like sail up to this or not. Yeah, it's coming back with me. Put this hammer back. Yeah, I think we could actually make that journey not too bad. But if we wanted to go from the first boss dungeon straight to that second one, that would be a hell of a fucking trip. Because we'd have to first come all the way back up to this. We don't have any teleporters that get us close to... Actually, you might. Remember, this one takes us up to the north. But I don't remember where. Oh, it's this one. Oh, that's actually not bad. That's actually really good. So we could hit this teleporter, which is kind of just off the coast from us. It'll teleport us like 10,000 blocks north, and we can just sail across the water and get straight to the dungeon. Then just do the trip in reverse and take a different teleporter to go up to the second one. Although we'd still have quite a bit of walking to do. We could go from here and straight up on land, probably. And it would be like way easier as well if we got elks. So we could just ride elks through there. Let's start. I don't know about you, Zam, but that sounds like a plan to me. I need to slaughter those animals. And also fix my inventory. I'm gonna go drop off some stuff. I need to make some Clorox in my house, but I haven't fully figured out what I want to do with decorations. And my actual living space isn't even done. It's just a storefront currently, and that's all this is. Even then, it's a bit bare right now. Put these in here for now. Gotta check the beehive kiln. Looks like it's good. Damn. That's pretty nice. Ow. Hmm? These are pretty nice. Give me the fucking bowl. Oh. These are really nice. I like these. So many bricks. Yeah, that wouldn't be fantastic. But I would be able to get quite a few things in here at once with two of these shelves. I have to get something to glitch myself through the fucking ceiling again every time, but now we can go slaughter those animals. Alright. Let's start with the sheep. Alright, 5, 5, 5, 5. Hit me. 5. 5 as far as we have? I thought we had 6 by now. 4, 6, okay. nice if this one would go away. Hit me. Oh, he didn't hit me. It's insane. Maybe they're actually friendly by Generation 6. Hoping to get like 4 stacks of red meat out of this. That's all of males currently. Alright. You are Generation 5, not pregnant. Let's see. Generation 6 female. It's pretty good. Is pregnant. Ready to mate. Is pregnant. Generation 4 is pregnant. Ready to mate. Generation 5. Generation 4. Like, what about you? Who are you? Generation 6. I'd like to kill more of these, but I'll wait until they give birth. Because I would be looking to kill the Generation 4s, but, you know. So, Generation 10. 1 boar. 2 boar. 3 boar. Another boar. Looks like all of our boars currently are Generation 10. This guy right here taking a nap. Starving again. Anyway. Also, we get 3 more. Several days before ready to mate. Just trying to really make sure I don't kill all the males. Pregnant, pregnant, pregnant. Any more not pregnant sows? Generation 9, out of here. 9. Can I carve this? There we go. That's the hitbox from the other one was in the way. Let's say, boy, I hope that boar just moved and I didn't accidentally kill it at some point. Slightly worried there. Slap Piglet. Sheep are trying to eat the pigs through the wall. Not really, but it's what it looks like. Okay, it's pretty decent pulling. 10 pregnant, 10 pregnant. Male boar. 9 is pregnant, and pregnant. Okay. All the females left are currently pregnant, and we have a litter or two of piglets. Next, he's in here with Ghost Rod. Here. Couple extra days on those, and I want to kill the chickens to let their tough question. I think I do. I think I want to at least fill up that thing of feathers over there. Any of these fruiting? No. You know, I'll go check that yellow apple tree up by Foxy's. You get actual stairs on this. This sucked climbing. You also kind of have a watch out up here. I have seen a bear up here before. That yellow apple tree was up here, I think, on the side. The bear that I saw was like here before. It was on the other side. I know if there is one up there. Oh, there it is. It hasn't gotten its leaves back yet. It is colder up here on the mountain compared to down there. Alright, well, whenever that gets its leaves back, I'll take that as a sign of, hey, the other one should slowly come back to life. Not come back to life, but like start getting ready to flower. What would I could put in there other than like fruit? Meat stew. Basically just. Hmm. Don't super want to do that. I could do honey, but it just doesn't work as well. Let's do this real fast. Make some bandages, see what we get out of like a whole barrel or a whole bucket of honey. Again, one. See how much medicine this actually gets us. I didn't know you could do that. Huh. Interesting. Anyway. This, I believe. You're not gonna tell me that I have to use a fucking bowl, are you? That kinda sucks. It makes this much slower than it really needs to be. Pretty good. One bowl of honey gives you 16 bandages. Honestly, that's pretty damn good of a trade. The only issue is that it uses sulfur instead of something renewable. I mean, like, damn. That's really good. We'll probably end up making more of these before we actually leave. I'll probably make enough of these for a whole chest on the boat. And then I'll bring... Can you just use a bucket with this? I know I saw some bandages made in Zan's house. I'll go snatch those. And come back to see if I can do it with a bucket, or if I have to use a jug. Hopefully I can use a bucket. Or a bandage. Oh, hey, Rot. Clean bandage. Man, that's good to know. How much does it use? I mean, that's a recipe of all time if you're like hyper desperate, cut up clothes into fucking bandages, sure. Uses 0.2 of a liter. Okay. That's what, enough for 50 bandages if we use the bucket? So we both brought a bucket and a stack of 50 bandages for when we're not actively fighting. Pretty good. The thing is, while he, I'm pretty sure, can mostly get away with using like whatever the fuck he wants while fighting, I have to take off my actual steel armor to put it on. Like any bandages, otherwise it takes 10 years to heal. So if I had to swap off my armor, or no, make bandages, swap off my armor, use bandage, swap armor back, it'd be a lot more if I had to make the bandages in that instead of just using the poultice ones or the sulfur ones. Take this maple seed. Decent better rot. Compost, let's go. Oh, my raw dub blue is done. More of these have rot in them. So as for actual meals, we got meat stew. Cabbage and honey. Actually, good with this. Okay. Oh wait, shit. That's not working properly because I don't have the fruit there. Normally I can just shift click stuff here, but doing with honey complicates it a bit. Fucking king might even go in the... Torch gets submerged. What the fuck is that, man? So stupid. I have to fucking reignite all those. My bowl's full. Okay, he has an extra one. That back. So stupid. Sprinting to my place to get firewood. Also my axe. Dark. You remember to actually pick up my lantern. Any day now. Got my honey. Some went in that slot. Why the? Why? Why do they go in that slot? They obviously don't go in that slot. Whatever game. Up here. It's actually cook. Brought the temperature way the fuck down because of that. I also need to fix this at some point. I want to make this an actual like pond. At some point, once I have an actual like kitchen area set up, want to have 6 of these going at once. Be able to make a nice 9 crocs of food in one go. Instead of currently, I'm just making 6 at once. Realistically, I think you could have like, I think it's, ow, piece of shit. I think you could have 12 of these going at once. Anyway, I think you could have 12 of these going at once. Like open like this on your UI. But you can only hold, what, 10 items here? So you would just burn time by needing to open up your inventory and move shit around anyway. Now, I think I know Zan has a croc at his house. I wonder if he has one or two. Dark, see shit. Pick up my lantern. Singular croc. Not gonna bother them. Drifters. Fuck those guys. Hate them. I didn't put the cleaver back either. I'm gonna go do that. I'm still unsure if this is where I'm keeping the animals forever. At some point I might move them over by where the greenhouses are, just because I feel like that would make more sense. Boy, I'm gonna eat this delicious straight cheese. Ow. Yeah, I guess I will go get that croc from Zan's. That way I don't have to try and split up these bowls to get exactly 2 more crocs. I'll just fire up 2 of these after this. Ugh. Alright, and we're done cooking for a bit. Perfect. Go get that nice cream bowl I spent all that time making. Delicious cheese. Hey, I don't need cooking pots, Zan. I'm just saying, later when I get an actual kitchen up and running, like an actual building for it, I'll need more. But by that time, I'll probably make like special colored ones instead of just using the typical ones we currently have. So, this cream color bowl. Put the remainder of my set here for now. Shiny bowl, yeah, man. This is a newer generation shiny where they have color options other than pink. I feel like that's an incredibly obscure reference that a lot of people might not get. And there's the set of them that you said you wanted. Considering that was the only thing you told me you wanted was green bowls. Yeah, I saw the maps then. One of them's a map to the normal treasure hunter that we had, quote unquote normal. The story treasure hunter that we have up by the original spawn location. And the other one just sends you to the archives, I believe. I did make you a tan ceramic storage vessel though, because I just had to fill things, so you're getting one of these. I will put this here by the tanning stuff. Yeah, I know the pink marble block is somewhere in here. Yeah, here. I'll eventually go and see if there's more over there. There should be. I'd be kind of pissed if it's just this random singular block of marble for no reason. Rocks we gotta go put in the house. I'm headcanoning these cream crocs as they're porcelain, not cream. This is totally porcelain. Super nice and fancy crocs for the well-off blacksmith. Considering this lights the fucking ladder's on fire, I should actually not put the firewood next to that. I'm pretty sure if I put coal down there, it wouldn't light it on fire. But I'm just like, I don't want to put coal down here. I don't have any ladders on me. HP looking good, yeah, pretty good. Almost at 26. Now that I've been getting a couple more things in my diet. Anyway. I'll need more blue clay before I do another big firing like that again. I want to make some black cookware, stuff like that. I also want to make some black molds for the blacksmith shop. At some point I have to go and actually find a bunch of those. As for the rest of these, I can't do much right now because I don't have any hammers up and going. But I can make some bloomeries. Right, I forgot these don't stack. I should probably go get the iron and shit before I set all these up. Nice seeing all the work I put in to collect those materials finally showing something. Oh yeah, about to have a massive influx of iron. Iron blooms at least. Gotta set the fucking hammers. Because with how many bloomers I'm about to put down, there's no way in hell I'm doing all that by hand. Nice. Got to do a couple trips running iron and coal between these. I'm going to use the brown or black coal to power these as well, not charcoal. Charcoal's got to be used for making steel because I don't feel like turning brown and black coal into coke just for making steel out of them. My brother also likes to act like a 5-year-old every time I say coke. He's like, drugs. It's like, no. No, not drug. Fuel. Damn, these take a while to pack. Now, all these bloomers, I might just like blast through that entire reserve that we made of iron over this time. Let's see, let's put the crates down. think I'll grab the crate of brown coal. I'll leave the black coal over there. Also need to put that torch back. I think one of the next things I'm going to focus on is trying to get at least one of the hammers up and running. Won't be the fastest work through of the iron, but it'll be something. Um, fine for this. I think it takes 6 pieces of coal per bloomery. Hopefully it actually takes brown coal. I didn't check. You might actually end up needing to use black coal for this as well. I think my brother said he has those spots marked that we found that have fire clay and brown coal next to them. The spots that seriously, you can't use brown coal for this? Go get the black coal after I drop off this iron. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he said he still had those spots marked, because I marked them before the server burned down. I'll have to have him go and show me where those are. Damn, something about that looks really nice. Damn, that's a nice bowl you got there. Must be some good food. I don't understand why there's always, like, mobs right here. I don't get it. It's calm. There's no, like, rift activity or anything. Like, I get in dark enough places, mobs can also, like, just spawn at any time they want, but, like, holy crap, man. Take 4 stacks of black coal with me. After this, I might fix this pond up, or go work on the upstairs like I originally said I was going to. I do think it's cool. If you don't put the bloomery tops on, you can see the stuff in here. Although this is just a generic filling animation, it seems. It doesn't show, like, oh, this is the coal layer, or the iron layer, then this is the coal, and then, you know, so on and so on. Nothing in there, then grab a stack of coal, iron. But this looks the same exact way that the coal layer does, so Nice detail, just kind of sucks that they don't have the different looks. But to be fair, that's something like... How many people put these down and then fill them and then put the fucking tops on? I know that I normally never do. Damn, I honestly thought, like, oh, I made so many bricks, I'll be able to fill up this whole patio. I guess not. Kind of crazy. Well, well, well. It isn't Sozu. How goes your morning, Sozu? Look who found his OBS installation. Listen, oh my god. I streamed last week, okay? Like, the same game. And I streamed for like 8, maybe... It was like between 7 and 8 hours. And I was planning on keep going for a while. And I'm over here putting my house together. And all I fucking hear is Zan in the background like, hey, the forest is on fire. Like, what the fuck do you mean the forest is on fire? So, he managed to set this entire fucking redwood forest on fire, which then spread to the nearby maple forest. And we didn't let it sit long enough for it to spread, like, past here or anything. But I think the last 20 or 30 minutes of my previous stream was watching the forest burn. Which, obviously, that's not the kind of thing I want to, like, just let happen. So it's like, alright, well, Zen, we gotta reset the server back to before the stream. Congratulations, you just cost us both, like, 8 hours of progress. He didn't mean to, he says. I mean, I know you didn't mean to, but it's really hard to argue that you didn't mean to when you put a fucking fire next to a tree. It's like, I get it, you didn't mean to, but damn, is it hard to let it go. Yeah, it's the kind of thing that with just the two of us, it was probably impossible to stop no matter what one got going. Unfortunately, if we each had like 3 or 4 steel axes on our person, and Morning, and Foxy, and maybe Sozu for some reason also being online, maybe we could have stopped it. But just the two of us, there was no way in hell. By the time you saw it, I think 6 or 7 different trees were on fire, and it was spreading out in a radius. We would have had to go like, so you put the pit kiln like right here next to this tree. So it was spreading out from this tree, and by the time you caught it, I think it already caught this whole fucking circle of trees on fire. So we would have had to get ahead of it by going to like here or maybe further back, having like 4 people go 4 or 5 trees away from it and just cut a fucking circle down. Tree by the walkway was this one? I could have swore it was like here. But regardless, it doesn't matter which tree you set on fire. There was no way in hell we were stopping it. But yeah, that sucked ass. And then I was going to stream Freedom Unite on Friday, and then it was like, "Hey man, you're getting a delivery early." It's like, "Oh, cool. When is it supposed to be here?" "Oh, it was out for delivery yesterday at 10:30 p.m." "What do you mean yesterday at 10:30 p.m.?" So I spent the entire day waiting for that. Then it didn't come, and then I spent the entirety of Saturday waiting for that, and I got it Saturday. And by Saturday, I was like, "Well, I was planning to spend these 3 days playing Monster Hunter. I guess I just fucking won't, and I'll wait till next weekend." And here we are on Thursday. Like, hey, I've mostly caught up and done extra stuff off stream. I'll just start streaming Vintage Story. Why not? I'm also sitting a really weird way right now because of the lack of heat in my house. I like to have myself bundled up in a particular way. I probably have to get up and stretch soon. My legs are starting to cramp from the way I'm sitting. Honestly, kind of really disappointed I won't be firing up this entire patio of bloomeries. Although, with how much iron this is taking, I don't know if I would have been able to do that in the first place. Again, always starving, like calling as a blackguard. Just be hungry. Or if I can still fill these up here. No, need access to the front of them. I mean, I guess I could technically do it like this. Damn, it's a good thing I can access that fucking, like, little slice of these, because I wouldn't be able to ignite these otherwise. I don't understand why I can't dump, like, the whole 120 in here at once. It's just nuggets. You'd think I could just, like, pour them in. Let's see. Then these two are going to have something slightly different in them. I have found so many of these, I may as well start smelting some of it. I have found so many meteors. It's kind of crazy. And at some point, it would be really cool to have a full stack of 64 meteoric iron ingots. Activity currently, nice. Don't have to worry about needing to sleep for the night. Because sometimes working outside in this forest is a nightmare. It's like a 50-50 on low or medium activity, whether or not it's gonna be like bad. But on days where it's like high or very high, or God forbid apocalyptic activity, it's like, yeah, we gotta sleep. Gotta sleep. Can't be nighttime. Gotta sleep. Nighttime bad. Sleep. And these all look good. Time to light them up. I guess this actually demands that you shift. I'm sure it would be completely safe to be standing on top of this in real life too. So, don't worry about that part. We've created fire laws for like zoning restrictions and stuff like that after Zan's incident. No OSHA though. We don't have any of that. Oh yeah, getting a nice face full of that beautiful, beautiful carbon and hematite ash right in the face. My way for telling if these are lit or not is just seeing if the UI element disappears on them. Imagine the warmth flowing right up through your nuts. Yeah, man. Winter be gone. No longer freezing nuts. Nice. Not as spectacular of a sight as it would have been to have this entire thing filled, but no, this is pretty good. I probably would have had enough for another row if I didn't use a bunch of the bricks for this. But hey, I wanted the kiln up and running. Industrial nut warmer. Yeah, man, I mean, how else do you think they make toasted nuts? Come on. How's the minus 50 degrees been over there? Honestly, it hasn't been too bad, other than my house's heating has been really sketchy. So my heat went out last night, and then I woke up today because I didn't know that it was out. I was like, "Holy fuck, it's cold in this house!" And then somebody came by and they got the heater going again. Like, okay, cool, we have heat again. Furnace, fog. And now that it's nighttime again, guess what? The heater stopped working again. So now I'm sitting here like, damn, it's fucking cold in this house. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the snow's been on and off, like, really, really frequently. Like, it'll start snowing, and it's like, damn, you just got 2 inches of snow, and then it'll stop. And, like, 3 hours later, it'll be like, bam, here's another 2 inches real quick, maybe 4, and it'll stop. And then it'll start up again. And it's been doing that for, like, several days now. Which, being outside in it is absolutely fine. It's basically nothing, because there's no wind. But occasionally, typically towards the nighttime, the wind starts to pick up, and it's like, holy fuck, it's freezing out here suddenly. Temperature hasn't changed, it's just suddenly windy, which is how it really fucking gets you. Next. Can I store these on the ground too? Only 12? You're telling me I can't just have a pile of nuggets on the ground? What the hell? That's just not gonna work either. Do I still have those crates over here? I do. Where all those nuggets go? Oh, right, the nuggets. Going here. The wind chilling your nuts. Yeah, man, that's why I made this industrial nut warmer. So that this can warm my nuts after going outside. Hey, gear. Free money. Speaking of money. Let's go check that treasure hunter again. He's totally gonna have a map. Been 84 years since I've had a treasure hunter sell me a map. Please, Mr. Treasure Hunter, sell me a map. Sprinting up to him with a fucking weapon like, give me a map. No map. No map at all. Making me paranoid that these ones don't sell maps. That's why I went over earlier to check the old ones that we used to be by. Like, it's making me feel like there's something wrong with these chunks we're in. Damn, this is such a nice bowl. It's amazing how just changing the color of your bowl makes the food seem better. Like, it's making me paranoid enough that I'm tempted to make the 2-hour boat ride up to those other treasure hunters to see if I can buy a map. He needs a heater anyway. You got a PC running Vintage Story. You know what, man? True. I actually turned off the settings being so high because if you look at the bottom of my screen right here when I'm doing this at a really high FPS, it looks fucking weird. It doesn't look as like freaky when it's only at 120. It's very intensive Vintage Story. Honestly, you joke, but at max settings, it actually does kind of get my PC going. Especially considering I'm running the server off it myself at the moment. Like, the server is on my actual PC now instead of the laptop, so it's been running way better. It's one of the things I did, like, oh, hopefully Sozu can actually play the fucking game now without issue. Is like, oh, well, maybe it just doesn't run on my fucking computer or laptop, and it has the better connection of my actual computer and an SSD. Surely all things will be fine. You know what? Speaking of it being cold as fuck outside, it just dawned on me that about 2-ish hours ago now, I got a message telling me that my little brother left a drink outside for me. I even commented on, oh, I should go get that because it's cold. And now it's been 2 hours, and that drink is probably frozen. Oh, shit. Yeah, I guess I'll take a break and go get that. Let me AFK. I'll AFK in the storage. Close this door, everything's fine now. To top my hoard of marble. Right. Bro, I even told you in Twitch too. Yeah, I know. And I was like, yeah, I'll get to it. And then I got distracted doing other stuff, okay? Alright, on that note, I'll be back in a few minutes. I need a break anyway.